Welcome to Kirk Plain, folks. It's good to have you on board again today. My topic for conversation and discussion is, and it's a question, is God a psychopathic, bipolar entity? Or God the psychopathic, bipolar entity? And the reason is because we have a book called the Bible that's supposed to tell you everything you need to know about God. Okay? But I'm going to advance right now the idea that the Bible is subject to your personal interpretation. Let me repeat. The Bible is subject to each man's opinion and biblical interpretation. In other words, it's a book you can make any story out of that you want, and that's why there's 27,000 different denominations on the Bible. Or any other spiritual book, is because everybody gets to make up their own story. Because they're made up stories. Ouch, I know it doesn't sound right? But I'm going to tell you right now, God is spirit. Boom. God is spirit. Is he even spirit? Maybe he's not even spirit. Maybe he's just a source of energy. That's the common topic of the day. God just is. And many want to say Jesus was God because the Bible said so. Well, so I mean, where do you go from here? So let's examine it. One side at a time. Let's go with the Old Testament. The Old Testament tells us God created the world and it was good. And then man and Satan came in and it was bad. He didn't say it was bad, but the experience was bad. And good and evil came in, and bad started to happen. And it was no good. And so it got so bad that God sent a pillar of fire from heaven unto Sodom and Gomorrah and blowed it up and burned it to the ground except for Lot. And not only that, but how about this one where people were just living and God saw their dirty living, so he repented, but not first, before flooding the whole earth and wiping out everybody but Noah and his family. And then God repented from it and said, I wouldn't flood the earth anymore and wipe out humanity. And he gave us the rainbow of pretty colors. Whoa. Well, then Jesus comes on the scene in the New Testament. He says, oh, but I wish the fires of hell were already kindled. Or, oh, I'm going to burn it up with a fervent heat, some of the other books say in the Bible. So you get these flashes and ideas, and then you get, Jesus said, love your brother, love your enemy, pray for your enemies, do good to those who spitefully use you and mistreat you, and then just do good to those that do evil to you, and it heaps coals of fire over their head. And then he said, love one another, forgive, pray for those that blah, 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 blah. And there's just a whole intermixing of this super nice guy with this super bipolar killer from the Old Testament. And then they say, well, the old man does it this way and the new man does it this way. Okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, the Old Testament and the New Testament, they say it's a book of poetry. How about it's a book of stories? But how about let's do it this way? How about we just say it's left brain, right brain? Or how about we say it is bipolar, the killer, the lover? Or the thoughtful one and the unthinkable? Or love and hate? It's the polar extremes. So, in my opinion, you can read the Bible, and it's just about the most difficult book to understand because it is very contradictory. No matter how the Bible people try to explain it in the best way that they've tried to figure it out, it's contradictory. It's incomplete. It has errors. It has inconsistencies. It's a combination of the law and love. It's a contrast. It's a pendulum. It swings far right, far left. Never was it intended to be the only source for spiritual information. You might think it is. You might be an American and think it is. You might be a Roman Catholic and think it is. You might have been converted from another nation, from missionaries coming over to visit you and tell you that the Bible's the only way. But what do you do about the other 100,000 different opinions or religions out there? Are those wrong? Do you put them all in hell? Do you try to convert them all? And I know you radicals think that's what you're to do. And that's what you've been trying to do. You've been trying to convince people. Whoever convinced you was very convincing, weren't they? So convincing that you're still trying to convince others of the only thing you know and the only thing you'll ever say. Ready for the punchline? Jesus saves. Really? Jesus saves? That's all you need to know? That's the doorbell that opens up the kingdom of heaven? Is Jesus saves? Ding dong, I'm in. You've obviously never lived this earthly life. You're awfully young and naive to think that that's the only thing you need to know is ding dong, Jesus saves. Or ding dong, once saved, always saved. Jesus did it all. Ding dong, once saved, always saved. Jesus did it all. I'm telling you. It reminds me of the Staples button, the retail office store. You push the button, it says, "That was easy. That was easy. That was easy." Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, knowing God is not that easy. Because he's the character the Bible talks about that you never find, except that you seek him diligently through prayer, through need, desire, through a yearning, through an acknowledgement in your spirit. But I caution you now that you don't take the Bible's opinion for it. You don't take the Torah's opinion for it. You don't take your friend's opinion for it. You don't take a pastor's opinion for it. You don't take a church or a psychic's opinion for it. What you do is you go directly in the spirit in your heart, in your mind. Pursue God of truth, the source of truth, the creator of truth, the one, the revelation, the direct spirit. Nobody can give you that but the Creator Himself. Himself, herself, itself, its essence, its truth. You are eternal. You will live forever. You are sovereign. You as well are a spirit-given life through knowing the truth from creation and Creator. And you need to begin your life of participating in that transition into your next life after this one. You were born into this one. You'll be born into the next one. It's like one of them little Russian dolls. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper as you go. So seek the truth. Pursue the Spirit. Find it within your own heart and mind. Relate to it. Explore it. Find your own path. And walk in this life acknowledging creation and the Creator, through love, peace, and wisdom, gaining information, creation abilities, and insights found only through the Creator, so that you can live well equipped when you pass from this life and you're born into the next one, into the spiritual, eternal being and Creator you're designed to be. Live large in this life, pursue your goals, be eternal, be sovereign, be independent, walk your path, live a good life, kind and kindness towards others, pursuing the eternal things that last forever. The only way I can wrap that up is like the Bible would tell you: put your treasures in heaven, not in this world. Have a great day.